All my life I've put my hard work into this and it's starting to pay off. From a little lad from Bedlington who used to put traffic cones out for a living, and darts was my hobby a few years ago, turned into my job, and now spend time with me little one, walk the dog, love following Newcastle, home and away, that's my hobby now. Each time I come here, it doesn't matter if it's match day or not, it's something special, you know, it's a big part of my life, and I've grew up being a massive Newcastle fan. Just being here now, it's exciting. My first game was in this era, so this was the squad. This is the official programme from, it was like my first match, where Newcastle-Everton. We come out 4-1 winners. I remember my granda bringing us on the supporters bus. Just come from a working class family, you know. My dad, you could say, he probably could have pushed himself further if it wasn't for raising a family like myself. I know where I've come from and how hard it was for my dad back then, so hopefully I can give something back to the family.
Nobody's got a bad word about Chris Dobie.
I love Dobie, I love him to death.
He's just one of the boys, and that's what I like. He's just one of the lads.
I used to watch him practice, and the man dying darters he hits in practice is unreal.
The year I got my tour card, I felt I was good enough to compete. I got a bit of confidence from the World Masters when I played, and then I got my first game on TV in the UK Open, and went on to qualify for the World Series in my first year on tour as well. So I took a few good scalps out in my first year, and I thought with a bit more practice, I think I could do well in it.
Fabulously cool, composed maximum.
I'll never forget that, because that was one of the highlights of the first TV quarter-final. So yeah, it was something special.
Well, he was in Malta a couple of years back. Wow, he amazed me. He amazed me on just how good he was at that particular time. Now he's brought that sort of off-stage form and all the rest of it to the stage.
For the match for Chris Dobie, and he hits it!
He's been steady and learning over the years, and when he has a setback, he comes back well.
Chris Dobie is the Masters champion in his first big TV final. Chris Dobie is the winner.
How does that feel to be a major winner?
It feels amazing. I knew I had it in us. It was just, once I got over that winning line in the semi-final, it was to kick on and make sure I win the final no matter what. 1 out of 1 in the TV major finals. Now the Premier League's the elite. Obviously I've getting my chance going off the last couple of years. The Masters champ gets his place.
People have said for a long while he can go and do stuff in this game. Finally gone and done it. Now he's got to go and do more stuff, because what he's achieved isn't enough.
I've done what I needed to do to give myself a chance and put my name in the mix, and I think I deserve my chance.
I don't think that Dobie is short of any belief at all that he can win this match.
There'll always be that element of doubt, do I belong here if you're not winning in the first few weeks, so I think for Dobie to get some points on the board early will be pivotal for his campaign.
And night one in Belfast in the Premier League has its Hollywood ending. On debut, Chris Dobie sinks Michael van Gerwen.
It's not a bad week, is it?
Nah, I've had worse.
Gerwin Price scintillating. Last week wasn't great, but Dobie's doing a lot right. That was a brilliant performance from the Welshman. Van Gerwen closing in, and he avenges that defeat in the final in Belfast in week 1. Dimmy Dobie Derby. Sensational stuff, and Vandenberg beats Dobie.
I've played some decent stuff. Just missed 1 or 2 doubles, and the Premier League, you miss that one chance, you get punished. I don't miss doing that job on here.
It's much easier, isn't it? Should we have a game of pool?
Why I?
You can break, lad. You breaking? Oh, it's a dry break.
We both got through Q school at the same time. We've always had that good friendship side of it from there as well. So
He was always neck and neck with the rankings for like the first 12 months.
oh, get off
Put
the
left on the cush, seeing he missed.
That's it. The worst place. Oh no, how?
Oh, he has. Yes.
Thanks to the pole.
Yeah, right. Oh wow. Yeah, should we reckon we start again?
Obviously, myself and Nathan playing each other tonight. Obviously, you don't expect to be friends on the board.
That was the problem last time he beat me. I was too friendly with him, I think. I hope I don't play with Newcastle. That'd be brutal. I've seen these rattled. Oh, 1-1, decider. Ready? Let's go.
It was nice to get the win on the opening night. Obviously, you had the doubters, and to go out and win it week 1 was something special, because I look at Michael Smith last year. It took him till the final week in Newcastle to win one. So I can't play as well as I am and not get any wins. So I'm hoping to put that right tonight.
Nah. I'm going to bring him down to my level. We don't want these 104 averages. 95s will do. He's won up on me so far this year. I stewed a bit on the defeat against him week 2. No, week 1 won it.
Week 1.
I'm glad to see him go on and win it though after that. But yeah, hopefully a bit of revenge tonight, because he's having a mare at pool. Yes.
This could be it.
Game over.
They think it's all over.
It is now.
It's not. Watch the white.
Yeah, good shot, mate.
Good game. All the best, man.
Welcome to night 6.
Should be a good game, shouldn't it, mate?
The reigning Premier League champion is on a bit of a roll, so can anyone stop Michael Van Gerwen here in Liverpool tonight?
What is it? Give me hand warmers. Hand warmers.
Oh, Gesman, get in there, lad.
Is that your first one?
Oh, look at me though.
Well, I got a very, very big neck.
Yes! You can sit it there.
Did you not see the woman at the end, sir? Oh, you smell lovely.
I did that. Cheers, when you got a picture, too.
Yeah, cheers, man.
An intriguing night in store here in Liverpool. Price and Wright going at it. Oh, by the skin of his teeth, Peter Wright gets his first win of this year's Premier League.
And Michael Van Gerwen makes light work of Johnny Clayton and beats him for the 3rd time.
A quarter final every week, 3 games and they're the champions. It's like our bread and butter. It'll test where my games are.
He's hitting everything at the back end of legs.
Heartbreak again for Chris Dobie, but it's Nathan Aspinall who'll be through to the semi-final.
Good game, mate. Playing good spirit.
I'm happy with my game. I keep saying to myself, these games will turn into my favour eventually. It's only week 6, so yeah, there's plenty more time.
See you Sunday,
Alright, see you in a bit.
Michael Van Gerwen being Michael, he'll just want to win the next thing that he enters, which is this, that buzz of winning a night. That gives him a buzz. We know he's not world number 1, but he is the man to beat.
I did it before, I've won it a few times. It's also good to get in your form, you play on the highest level week after week. For me it's really important, otherwise I'm not competing.
Michael Van Gerwen with a convincing victory over Peter Wright.
Got him! I got him!
We have the 2 table toppers, we have 2 men who between them hold the majority of the major titles in this sport.
Michael!
This to complete the job. Now Michael Smith, stay straight, it's a dart to level. Another in the 20 segment. And he misses the bullseye. And MVG is the leading light in Liverpool and top by a distance of the Premier League table.
I think I did play really well. Also some patches, especially in the last leg on the end, I had 3 visits without a triple. And that's not allowed because I gave him a chance. You have to put it on the floor up to next week. That's what you have to do.
Well, don't do it next time then.
I'm annoyed sometimes.
Chris will obviously be disappointed in Liverpool because it was yet another defeat, wasn't it, and hadn't won since the opening week. And going forward to Nottingham, he's just got to say to himself, keep that level of play, I keep playing like I can, surely the wins will come. The attitude's been good from Chris Dobey and he's losing, but he needs to pick up some points soon.
Doing alright, mate?
Freshen them up. You'll have to do myself.
You can take things out, man.
Yeah, I can do.
I just wonder here in Nottingham who will be robbing Michael Van Gerwen to pay themselves handsomely. Dobey gets it done. It is his first win in the Premier League since week 1.
This then for a place in tonight's final and a place to face Gerwyn Price there.
Give him the thumbs up, big smile, they'll be alright now.
His targeting system is spot on this evening. It's double 16! And Dobey has done it! He annihilates MVG!
Chris Dobey, what a night for him.
We expected this final to be close, and it's living up to early doors here. And Gerwyn Price richly deserves his second Premier League win of the campaign.
It was great to see Chris get out of the Dobey Desert and get some wins.
To be the first person to whitewash MVG in the Premier League. He's battered me so many times, you know. To play that well against someone of his calibre was something special.
We're getting to the halfway stage now, aren't we? And I feel Michael Van Gerwen will just cement top spot. I think he'll be at the playoffs. I expect Gerwyn Price, Michael Smith to join him, and it's them for the chasing pack. These players are competitors. They'll keep competing, and it'll be a close race to the final 4.
When I'm back, I play all my local stuff here. Played Super League for a few years here. These are the ones that bring us back down to reality, you know. If I have a bad weekend, they're not scared to tell us. How's things? Alright? Being around the people that support you and I've been playing with for years, it helps massively. Oh, I'm loving getting beat every week.
He's more of a friend than maybe he's a professional dart player to everybody in here. I think he'll know everybody personally, he'll sit down with everybody personally and have a bit of chat about different things rather than darts.
Alright, Mary?
He's always been quality. When you were first picked for the county,
yeah,
you were picked as reserve. and I dropped myself so you could play, and then you got man of the match.
Well, I signed your Crocs. You're joking, aren't you? And I remember when I turned up with them. This is what's keeping us going every Tuesday night. This is where how I win my matches. I got a message off a lad who runs it on when I won the Masters. He was like, if it wasn't for those toasties, you would have never won that. So, hey, I believe in the toasties. The schedule is so busy of late. I'm playing in these qualifiers as well, straight from the Premier League. So I'll have a full weekend of Players' Championships and then going on to the qualifiers where a few of them are travelling straight back home on the Monday. I'm not up there where I can pick and choose what competitions, but I think I need to play them at the minute where I am in the rankings.
The X factor that he's got is because he's called Dobey, and his dad and his uncles and they're really good dart players, which is massive for in this area.
Just like any sport really, if he can do it, and he's came from the pub scene onto the big Premier League major winners, so anyone can do it.
Playing alright?
Yes, he is.
How did you do with Coventry? This is the class of the North East. This is the next generation. You can see there's a few youth players here who play the JDC tour. All the best, lads. This is where I started, so you'll definitely see a couple of these in the next few years.
To be fair, we're not from the best area there is for jobs and whatever you call for the young'uns. When they look at Chris and they see they can do something with their life, and he's basically an inspiration to the young'uns.
Why? Because it inspires like us young kids, like to keep on going and get more practice in that.
My next key is I want to finally get into that top 16 spot where I've struggled in the past few years. I've been on the cusp, start winning more and more events than I am. I think now I've won my first one. I think that there's a few more to come, and yeah, everybody's dreams to be world champion. So hopefully one day in the future that'll happen.
Are you here? See you, bye!
Newcastle's one of the best ones. For me, it's got that standing memory of when we introduced the contenders a few years ago. And Chris Dobie was night one. He walked onto local hero.
To relive that moment from a few years back, to hopefully go one better and get that win for them as well, it'll top it off.
This is what he played the sport for. Playing in front of a home crowd, I think it's going to be a fantastic night like it always is.
All the glamorous nice hotels, eh?
Thank you, pal. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, pal. Cheers, mate.
Home territory, eh?
Aye, looking forward to it, mate. Obviously there's a bit more nerves than normal, like, but
There's a bit of pressure on
aye, it'll be good, man. That'll be good. Cheers, mate.
I'm on 6. We're on 8. You was 2 behind me.
Let's get a video of him eating the food, look. He's the first one on the food every time.
I should have changed them.
We are the people!
Well, what an atmosphere here in Newcastle. Cameras on it.
Let's have some fun.
And he finally gets a victory over Dimitri van den Berg.
4 years of not being. That was so big for me, that. Wow, that is like, come on!
A dream night for Chris Dobie.
I think he's been a real added bonus for the Premier League because we're seeing someone different.
Grooms are playing in the last 9 months. And now competing week in, week out with the elite. And Chris Dobie has a fairy tale win on home soil.
That was hard, that was hard. I've never felt anything like that, like. Wow. I'm normally calm, but you want to put on a show for the home crowd, and yeah, I'm delighted with that one.
And Michael van Gerwen breezes into the final.
Stats suggest that Chris Dobie may struggle against Gerwyn Price, but this is a better version of Chris Dobie. Come on now! He's having a right old mare here.
This is all feeling quite straightforward to Gerwyn Price.
The darling of darts in Newcastle gets beaten in the semi-final.
Tonight was obviously a lot more than just darts for me tonight, so I think that got the better of us, and we want to next week. I'll 100% put that right.
Darts from the gods, from the Welshman. On top, on Tyneside.
I came out all guns blazing against Michael. Those are the sort of performances I like to put in play, but to do it in a final and against Michael as well, it means even more.
Week in, week out, the players will feel the pressure. Gerwyn Price, for example, won last week. The pressure on him to win again. Playing week in, week out, people will scrutinise their performance, but that's the way it should be.
I love going to Germany and seeing how the sport has grown.
I've heard there's like 17,000. It's a big capacity.
Berlin is probably the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Seeing pictures of the arena, wow.
Looking forward to Germany. I like the Mercedes Arena. Massive. I think the crowd, the nuts, the Germans love the darts.
Each week is something new to me because I'm new to all this, and I'm just taking everything in, and I'm ready for whatever's thrown at me.
Is this the route?
You'll not even fit your legs in there.
Has it got heated seats? I've not driven a manual for about 10 years. Just letting you know that. It's that picture there. I'm going to end up crashing into something like that.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
You're part of a group?
Yeah.
Convoy driving in front of the guide, and you just follow.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm being reversed off first. I hope this tour guide, I hope the patience.
All my trust in Mike.
Hey, you beat me the last 2 weeks, I wouldn't trust me, lad. Oh, man's falling apart.
I might not even fit in here. Seatbelt first.
I'm stuck. See you on the other side.
Slam it. Whoa.
Oh, it's over power steering.
Okay, then we can start the engine. Power. Play with the accelerator, yeah.
Little sound check, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Welcome here, Happy World, Berlin.
It's like the wacky races.
On the left of us, regional Berlin Wall. We are still here, East Berlin here, former Soviet Union part.
Get down and get this, lad. Beep, beep!
So, normally I wanted to do a right turn. It looks like the police blocked the street. You know why? We got some VIPs from UK here.
Big Charles is here, that's why.
So it's not Charles and Camilla. It's Michael and Chris.
Yay! Make way for the world champion.
Stop making me look. Concentrate on the road.
What, take your time here, lad?
What are you in second?
You're like Nigel Mansell.
I've not done bad first time driving this side road in a banger. We're Max and Paddy. Paddy and Max.
Like that.
Been emotional, lad.
It's your picture here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Well, like triplets, me and him.
It's got my beard. Your beard like Sam Whitlock.
Welcome to Berlin. 6 of the first 8 weeks have been won by either Michael van Gerwen or Gerwin Price. So can anyone spoil their party here in Germany tonight?
Oh, them cars are ridiculous. And then you give me 10 minutes to learn how to change gear. 10 minutes?
The golf ball.
Yeah. You say next to steering wheel, go up, down. I looked at him like Chris gonna die.
9 darts tonight. I might lose 6-1, but I'll hit a 9.
This year, is it going to be the place where the tide starts to turn for some players?
9 minutes.
So far, both players will feel like they're doing a lot right.
I'll tell you what, it's right up there with Nathan Aspinall's best performances.
I felt I played pretty well, but if I could get a good start on his tour, I think it could have been a different story. I loved it, big arena out there, and it's just given me more and more experience on the big stage and playing in big places like this.
This year, for the first time, the Ferret is struggling in the Premier League.
Brilliant from Johnny Clayton.
He does beat Michael van Gerwen. MVG is defeated in the quarter-finals for just the second time in this year's Premier League.
Another fascinating match-up between these two.
But only a second final in the Premier League this year. And to dish out defeat to his fellow Welshman Gerwin Price for the first time in 7 attempts.
These two are the pick of the pops. He's averaging 90 and he's throwing for the match.
You need a bit of luck and Clayton's had it.
Johnny Clayton finally wins a week in the 2023 Premier League of Darts.
You know, sitting 7th place, not looking good. I needed to do something. Tonight is the start, hopefully, of things that I can do. So hopefully this follows on, maybe 1 or 2 more wins, and I'm back in the shout for the top 4.
Michael van Gerwen is the only one I think who looks safe in the race for the top 4, but Gerwen Price has suddenly burst into life and you're feeling a lot more confident about him. Peter Wright I think is pretty much cut adrift, but after that it's all to play for really. Chris Dobey is in the mix this year in his debut year in the Premier League.
Good night, God bless.
Cheers boys, thank you.
He's not the cannon fodder that some people might have expected him to be. Peter Wright has got a lot of stuff going on away from the hockey. He has got an awful lot to contend with, and by his own admission, focusing on top-level darts and being at his very best right now is very difficult.
Peter Snakebite Wright, I'm here.
It's just not happening. I'm not trying to make excuses. Obviously we've got other stuff going on behind the scenes, family problems going on. It must be affecting me mentally. I don't know. I still believe in my own ability. I'm still qualified, so I know I can turn it around.